Man, this camera makes me look pale. I promise you, I'm very tan. I'm a tan man. Look up Tim and Eric with the Cinco tanning system. That's everybody's homework. You got to Google the Cinco tanning system as soon as we're done talking here today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Obsidian Achievement. I am your host, Michael Russin. Thank you for joining me today here in the Den studio. Hey, look at my gun. That's there for two reasons. Number one, we're going to talk about it. Number two, it's because I'm a threat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a pacifist at heart, really. I'm of calm temperament, sound mind, and it's an airsoft gun. No, it's actually a 308. So what's great about this Windham Weaponry 308? Number one, it's a powerful gun. All right. Whatever you shoot with it is going down, right? Like deer, for example. I believe it can pierce through level 4 plates, if I'm not mistaken. That's just what a little birdie on the street told me. Not that you would ever need to get through level 4 plates for any reason whatsoever. It's a possibility. But anyway, so yesterday we're at the range, and the great thing about this gun is that you can run the NATO rounds through it, which are the 7.62 by 51. And so the 7.62, the NATO round's a little bit lower pressure than the actual 308. So they're a little cheaper. And there's typically, if I'm going to be shooting this at the range, I'm going to be running the 7.62, the NATO round through it. So anyways, I get to the range yesterday. They're out of 7.62. I didn't bring any with me. Whenever I go to the range, I leave my ammo at home. I don't ever touch my own personal ammo to go to the range. If I'm going to go to the range, I'm going to invest in rounds there so that I'm not chewing up my personal supply. So they didn't have any 7.62, so I got 2 boxes of 308, which is about $400 now. It's like $70. It's not cheap, and you get like 20 rounds each. So I go and I load it up. Boom, take the first 5 shots and it jams. I'm like, all right, I just got this gun. This is the second time I shot it. So I open it up. I'm looking inside. I get the round out. The round was actually jammed as it was going down the barrel. Please forgive my elementary understanding of the inner mechanisms of the firearm. Okay. But it was like jammed up in the barrel. So I kind of hit, a little risky, but bumped the bottom, bumped the stock a little bit. The round came out. So put 3 more rounds through it, jams on the 4th one again. I'm like, all right, I don't have the expertise to be handling this. So I went out and got one of the guys at the range. And he comes in and he's like, dude, this thing is dry. I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, I oiled it a little bit. I didn't know, they told me it was a brand new gun. Only had, 200 rounds put through it. It was owned by a gunsmith. Like, guy, I know the guy takes good care of his gun. So I didn't even think to oil it for the second time I shot it. So he takes it out. I'm like, how did you know it was, he puts it in a vice grip and he opens it up. And he's like, how did you know that it was dry? And he just looks at me and he's like, because it's not wet. I'm like, all right, dude, listen, I just really started getting into guns a couple months ago. Like, I'm still learning how to clean them and take them apart and put them back together and what this doohickey is and the pin and you know what I'm saying? So I'm still a rookie. I don't have any formal training. You know what I mean? But that's my new favorite gun. That 308 there. That's a Windham Weaponry 308. I don't remember the other specs on it. Whatever. It's a great gun. Got a great optic on it, dude. I got a screaming deal on that thing. Listen, you need to go get guns. Well, more importantly, you need to get like 2 or 3 reliable, in my opinion, reliable guns, and then a lot of ammo. Okay. We don't know what they're going to do with the laws here in the next coming months to years. I know what they're going to do because I know what the agenda is. I know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to disarm the populace so that they can take full control. My theory of events is I think that AI is like a new variable that kind of adds. This camera's AI. That's how it's able to follow me. I think they're using this climate change stuff to eventually take over, basically everything that we do day to day. So, everybody's going to be on the electrical grid, like electrical stoves. They're getting rid of gas, everything, cars, stoves, because they want to be able to shut you off. And what I want to do we're probably only going to be in Maine another year. Then we're moving out. We're going to go out. I don't know where yet, but we're probably Kentucky or West Virginia. And I'm going to be on a completely self-sustainable plot of land, hundreds of acres, water, solar, gas, everything, mineral rights, all that. This land's going to be untouchable, and I can't wait. I'm basically going to build a compound. That's my goal over the next 5 to 10 years, is to build like a compound. Super excited for that. And I just, I was talking about this earlier on the podcast today. I feel like growing your own food, taking care of your own animals, harvesting those two things is real. It's like, it's funny. People make fun of like farming, and farmers, it's, you drive to a job, you sit in traffic all day, you drive to a job in a cubicle that you hate. I don't care what you tell me. They gave me a pizza party last week. You hate it there. Okay. And you sit in this cubicle and you do stuff that's not even real. Oh, I'm a customer service agent. With what? Okay, well, I help people turn on their Zoom accounts if they're having. None of it's even real. You hit the off button on the electrical grid. There's no customer service. There's no Zoom. What's left over? Oh, I can't hunt. I can't fish. I don't have any guns. Do you understand the position that some of you are putting yourselves in? It's not a good one. It's not a good one. But you drive yourself to this job that you hate, and you spend 8 hours a day there. We live in the freest country in the world, by the way. So you're going to drive to this little prison cell every day that you call your job, and you're going to sit there from 9 to 5, and then you're going to drive back in traffic again. So you're probably not going to get home till 7 or 8 o'clock at night in some cases. And then at the end of the week, they're going to pay you a meager wage for your efforts. And then the government's going to take half. Week after week after week, and the half that's still left over is subject to sales tax and property tax. And though what's funny is your house and your car aren't your house and car, they're the bank's house and car. The bank owns them because you have mortgages and loans. All right. And my guess is that you probably use them for collateral on other investments, credit cards. I say investments tongue in cheek. So even if they are paid off, they could still be taken because you owe debt elsewhere. What is the point of all of me saying all of this, rather? The point of me saying all of this is to open up your little mind and get you to see the world for what it really is. The point of these videos over the next coming months that you're going to experience my day-to-day life, which I'm going to touch on a little bit today, live. Recorded day-to-day life. I've got a GoPro coming. You're going to experience my day-to-day life in real time. I think I could use this camera here, I believe, with my iPhone. So guess what? I might be able to do this as soon as tomorrow now that I got this nifty little thing. You're going to see my day-to-day life. You're going to come to understand what I believe, what I'm passionate about. You're going to see a lot of the development that happens in me spiritually, mentally, and physically as I go about my day-to-day operations. You're going to watch me run my businesses and my companies. You're going to get an inside look daily and weekly. And you're going to see over the course of the next couple of years, God willing, I'm still alive and we all still have these things to get close to each other, although we're spatiotemporally far away, technology. It's assuming the electrical grid is still around, and AI hasn't taken over. They got their eyes on me, man. Assuming it hasn't taken over. Man, this camera makes me look pale. I promise you I'm very tan. I'm a tan man. Look up Tim and Eric with the Cinco tanning system. That's everybody's homework. You got to Google the Cinco tanning system as soon as we're done talking here today. You're going to have to do something about that light. I worked hard for this tan. I'm out in the sun all day. Anyways, you're going to get an inside look at my life, what I do day to day, my beliefs, and my development. You're going to watch me build companies and sell them, as I have 2 or 3 times prior. You're going to watch me go through mergers and acquisitions. You're going to watch a lot of fun stuff if you keep tuning in over the next couple of years. But first, well, you know what? I was going to go into my daily routine, but you know what? I might just save that for another time when I can actually record it. But I do want to touch on to give you something to leave with today that's not like anti-establishment schizophrenia. It's just I'm telling y'all the truth because I care about you and I love you. That's why I'm doing this. The importance of having a daily routine is paramount. You cannot have any measure of long-lasting success without having a good daily routine. And this is something that is echoed by, the diatribes of just influencers all over the place. But what I want to avoid at all costs is sounding like everybody else. I want to give you a fresh perspective on the ideas that you've heard a million times. And here's the thing. I don't have anything super original other than my approach. Why don't I have anything super original? I'll tell you why I don't have anything super original. Because the principles of success do not change. The principles of success do not change. The answer to being successful is going to be the same for all eternity. It's going to be patience and perseverance and hard work and getting up early, staying there late, and discipline and integrity. And Bob, you're going to hear different ways, approaches to explaining those topics. I want to give you the most original viewpoints on the same topics that are just pillars. When it comes to self-development, I want to really focus on helping you break out of the 9-to-5 lifestyle. I want to focus on making you a self-sufficient, strong person. And more importantly, the purpose of this is to be able to reach people in regards to the gospel message. I probably just lost some of you there. You'll come back. They always come back. You will come back. But I cannot have a platform or a voice without speaking about Jesus Christ, his life, death, and resurrection. So you will also be side by side with me on my spiritual walk, which is mostly me face down in the middle of the street with a homeless person urinating on me. That's my spiritual walk. Typically, I make a lot of mistakes is what I'm getting at, but I'm hoping that this podcast will help hold. Well, I already have the podcast, this, whatever you want to call it, this series will help hold me accountable and will help hold you accountable. So that's what you could expect. But anyways, I got way off the rails. That's what you'll learn about me is that we'll start on one topic. We're going to go way out into left field, and then we're going to come back to home plate. Always do. So, the morning routine is important, and because you're going to see it in action. I try to keep it as simple as possible. It should be spirit, mind, body every single day. Should be doing something for your spirit, something for your mind, and something for your body every single day, first thing in the morning. But we'll get into those details later. I want to talk about why it's important first. And please, if anybody's listening to me here that is a leader, I'm going to tell you right now that if you want to get people to follow you, make them understand the why before the how or when or where. People don't like to do things that they don't understand why they're doing it. It's funny because we just go about our lives every day doing that every day. But when people think that they have a conscious choice, the illusion of a choice, they won't do something, and they won't do it as well if they don't understand why they're doing it. So I want to encourage you to impart the why upon your constituents before the how, when, where, because I told you so, right? So the why behind having a morning routine is that, number one, it starts your day off on the right foot. When your spirit is in alignment with God as best as you can get it, right? You're less likely to succumb to mistakes during the day, lying, cheating, stealing, whatever vices you wrestle with, drinking, alcohol abuse, drugs, sex, pornography. And you just feel good when you connect with God. Every morning I just ask for, can I get like a little minute fraction of a speck of your presence, and then have that and have it again and have it to infinity, because that's how great God is. Can I just get a little bit of that every morning? Because it starts you off on the right foot. The other reason why it's important is it gets your mindset right. When you spend time reading things positive and reading things that are positive, or listening to things that are positive, like my podcast, YouTube, whatever it may be, other great podcasts out there. Andy Frisella's other great podcasts out there. Taylor Welch has I could give you thousands of podcasts. Great books that challenge you if you want to learn how to make money, or reading business books. If entrepreneurial books. I should say there's a difference. Business books are a waste. Toss them. Your business classes were a waste. Toss them. Your business teacher never ran. This professor with a PhD never ran a company in his life. He's telling people how to run businesses. Toss all that. You should be reading entrepreneurial literature. Okay. And your body, when your body is taking care of this machine, this temple that God has given us, right? And he's given us dominion over the earth with these temples. It's our responsibility to take care of this, because let's face it, look good, feel good, play good, right? I don't know too many fat people that feel very good about themselves. And then that usually spills over into their day-to-day performance, man. And listen, if you're listening to me and you're overweight, good. I hope you're here. I hope you stay here, because I'm going to tell you how not to be a big old fatty here in the next couple episodes. So that's one thing also you'll come to learn about me. I don't mince words. So if you want to listen to somebody nicer, I encourage you to listen to what my 5-month-old daughter listens to, and that's Baby Einstein. You can have your feelings coddled there. This is not Baby Einstein. I'm here to shape you and mold you. Sounding like I'm about to sell you a course, doesn't it? That's the end of the video. Listen, go to my link below at the bottom of this video. $2.99. I'm going to teach it. There's no course. I'm not charging you anything. I'm doing all this for free. I'm doing all this for free because I want to inspire you to change. But back to the morning routine. It helps you get aligned physically, mentally, and spiritually to attack your day. And it helps you have long-term sustainable success. You cannot have long-term sustainable success. That Alex Hormozy guy came out and he said, oh, I don't have a morning routine. I bet you he has things that he does every single day the same way every day. You know what I mean? You got to be careful of these gurus that go out there and they start going heavy against the grain. They're trying to get clicks, views, and comments. You know what I mean? I know if I have 10 successful people, 9 of them have a morning routine. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. One might get away without it. You know, some people are special. There's a lot of things that a lot of other people do that I don't do or haven't done historically. The thing about these super 4K cameras is it's like, dude, I need a haircut. I need my beard cleaned up a little bit. I look pale. They say that the camera adds points, adds pounds. I feel like I got taken from like a solid 6 to a 3. You know what I'm saying, man? What in the world's going on? All right, listen, that's today's episode. So I want you to listen about everything I want you to listen to everything I just said. And I hope you have as much fun listening to me and watching me as I'm going to have fun recording these for you guys. All right. This is Michael Russin signing off with Obsidian Achievement.